Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. From Joe Frazier to Danny Garcia, and even the Rocky franchise, the city of brotherly love has etched its name in boxing history. Deep in inner-city Philadelphia, in the midst of a dangerous and drug-ridden neighborhood, stands a gym that not only adds to this storied history, but also serves as a beacon of hope and transformation for its community.
Well, the Rock started as a Bible study to juvenile prisoners. And they were doing a Bible study with kids who had done very adult crimes. They began to ask themselves, well, how do we keep kids out of prison in the first place? That was a logical question. One of the two gentlemen who were doing the Bible studies was a former Olympic level boxer. And he understood sports very well, and he thought, you know what, let's reach out to kids with boxing. And all they really intended to do was a boxing lesson followed by a 20-minute Bible study. And they had borrowed space in someone else's gym to do that. They didn't have any idea that it would grow into what it is now.
Looking at it now, I know it's a safe haven, and I know it's God-given. It's a structure to not only help kids learn the Word of God, but build character. A lot of kids are from broken families in this neighborhood. And a lot of times, kids at 12, 13, 14 years old, they're already using heroin, they're already smoking weed, they're already popping perks, they're already getting drunk. So kids that are coming here, they're learning it's a different way to live, different way to be.
We've been open for 20 years. At that point, the building was still an abandoned building. The environment really was secondary at that point to reaching the kids. The kids in our neighborhood are at tremendous risk for every kind of future disaster imaginable. So their heart was simply, if we can just get kids under a roof, give them the basics of boxing, give them Jesus Christ, then let's see what God will do from there.
A quick internet search will bring up a lot of information on the surrounding neighborhood, but it cannot truly convey the reality of everyday life in Kensington.
Our neighborhood of Kensington here in Philadelphia is the most notorious open-air drug market in the United States. By open-air drug market, what I mean is enormous populations of homeless addicts on the sidewalks everywhere, literally shooting up in the neck in public as the traffic goes by. There are drug dealers on every corner, literally yelling out what they're selling. Open-air drug sales, open-air drug use. It's almost like another world. If you've never been here and you come here, you will be astonished that a place like Kensington exists, especially in the United States. Because of that culture in our community, it is as easy as a young man, for example, walking out of his house in the morning, walking to the corner where there's active drug sales going on and being employed for the day for more money than he would make at a job in a week. It is so easy to fall into everything that's wrong in the world here. And this idea about kids being at risk, they are at immediate risk. It is outside their door.
This is the environment that a lot of young kids are subject to and have to grow up in Kensington, in the inner city of North Philadelphia. This is the jungle. This is like a third world country here in Philadelphia, in the United States. And you don't get a lot of resources or a lot of help. And there's a lot of crime, there's a lot of violence, a lot of murdering, and a lot of people are just uneducated to the resources that are actually out there. It's sad to say, we're not gonna be able to help the kids that are 18, 19, 20. And sometimes it's just too late for people. They're stuck in their ways. But our main focus is on the youth, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old. The biggest prevention is by doing something, by stopping it before it starts.
Walking around Kensington proved to be an unsettling experience. Many people were just roaming the streets, completely disconnected from reality, or standing motionless in strange positions, frozen like statues. While attempting to take video around the neighborhood, holding a camera attracted some unwanted attention.
It used to be a free library for the kids, and it went from McPherson Square Park to nicknamed Needle Square Park. And in the summertime, we actually do church services here with Rock Ministries, and we call it now Prayer Park. And we used to be able to come out here with the kids and run around the park, but the park has gotten so bad, especially at nighttime, that none of the kids come over here. And the kids that live in the neighborhood are affected by it tremendously because the park is not theirs anymore. So what we actually plan on doing with City Council and with a couple contractors who have donated to Rock Ministries, we're planning to put a fence around the entire park and close the park off and only leave it open from sunrise to sundown for the kids or for people in the neighborhood. Nobody be able to loot or hang out in there or get high in there at all.
Despite the challenges the youth of Kensington endure, The Rock offers a transformative opportunity and the motivation to overcome the obstacles and pave a path toward a brighter future beyond the inner city.
Growing up in this area, I mean, you always see, so to us it's normal. I know to like people like outside of Philly, they first come over here, but to me it's normal. To me it's just a motivation to get out and be like, I'm gonna make it. Me being in Philly, me being in the bottom of the barrel, to make it out.
For 20 years, The Rock has served as a safe haven for Kensington. They have reached thousands of people over the years, offering resources, support, and opportunities for a community that has been discarded and shunned. Although it started out as a boxing gym and Bible study, The Rock has grown to offer their community so much more than boxing.
When we first opened, we were literally opened in an abandoned building. What we had was 4 posts and a clothesline here. We had hung a couple of heavy bags over here. We had a few boxing gloves. We had cleared out another room, just one small room, where we held our Bible studies. So we'd be down here boxing, we'd head upstairs to our one other cleared out room, do the Bible studies, and that was the entire ministry at the time. Room by room, everything got renovated. Now we have a complete, probably 18,000 square foot facility here. We have a full dining room and a full commercial kitchen. All this was donated to The Rock. This is our church space, believe it or not. So our second floor is mainly dedicated to young children. The nature of the educational system here in the inner city leaves a lot of kids behind. So we decided that as part of what we would offer them, we would attempt to tutor them in whatever areas they need some educational assistance in.
Despite the changes and growth over the years, The Rock has stayed true to its roots and has developed into one of the most competitive boxing programs in the country.
We actually have Jason Moreno, ranked number 3 in the country, 156 elite. Johnny Rivera, Juan Rivera, he is number 1 in the country, 139 youth. And we have Hassan Joseph, Pocket Rocket, he's number 1 in the country at 119 and 125. So just being from a Christian ministry, being from what people would look at as soft, quote unquote off, we really take our boxing seriously. We compete at a high level, and God has brought us out victorious, either winning silver or bronze or gold. Usually it's gold.
Coming out here to Philly and training with Coach Johnny, I see the environment that we in, and it's just great to see that there's people who overcoming this environment and still prospering and being great. Seeing them provide a system of boxing to the youth, to get them off the streets and to provide spiritual learning about Jesus. So I love what they represent, how they get kids off the streets and keep them safe.
A lot of kids come here because Rock Ministries is really known, being here at this location for 20 years now. And anytime I meet kids or see kids, or especially rough kids or bad kids, I'll invite them to Rock Ministries right away. I always like to ask them, you know how to fight? Why don't you come to the gym, learn how to fight? And through boxing, that's an encouragement, and that's like a bait to get them here. And it's something that they like, and it gets them off the street. You never know, you could have just saved the kid's life.
We know flat out that God picked us to be here. He chose this ministry to serve here. There is no area that I know of in the United States more in need than Kensington right now. We are the poster child for disaster areas in the United States. To us, it's no accident we're here. This is the best place for us to be. This is where kids really are at risk of going down a road of drug dealing, of drug using, of complete life-destroying debauchery. And that is an everyday reality for all of our kids. So this is the best place in the world for us to be, and we really believe God put us here.